It's been a quiet week in the trading card game space, nothing really going on until it would appear that TCGPlayer has partnered with a local game store to actively destroy the Murders at Karlov Manor secondary market. That's not even out yet, people. Can we just let the product drop before we destroy it? Oh, this is gonna break me. Okay, we're gonna talk about everything going on, why this is such a big deal, and why the undertones of what's actually happening are more meaningful than we think. All right, let's get into this one. The Magic the Gathering secondary market is a wild place. I often refer to it as the Wild Wild West because it seems anything, everything, and sometimes nothing can happen almost all at once. And brand new Magic the Gathering sets are not exempt from this turbulence, this up, down, and all aroundness of the secondary market. In fact, as we've seen the rapid release cycle pick up and more Magic products coming to the hands of people like you and I, fans of our favorite card game, it does seem that the market becomes more volatile and people are looking to break the mold in more and more ways. But I never would have imagined that we would have seen something like this. Today we're going to talk about the massive TCGPlayer sale that's only available for today and tomorrow as of the recording of this video. We're going to talk about why that is such a big deal for this brand new set and coming on the backs of the Karlov Manor set with the new play boosters, all these changes happening, and then this meteor being dropped right in the middle. And then we're going to talk about the undertones of this. What does this actually mean for like the Magic the Gathering community and the secondary market going forward as we look to set a weird tone in 2023. But the big news is the fact that TCGPlayer, yes, the site that we scrape data from and track every single sold listing of sealed product, seems to have partnered with a game store, kind of, and is selling Murders at Karlov Manor, or advertising the game store's sales of Karlov Manor at a crazy low price. And instead of getting too far into it, I'm just going to show you, when you navigate to TCGPlayer, this is the landing page. This is what you get when you go to TCGPlayer.com, and you are just slapped with, BAM! Right in the face, Murders at Karlov Manor, only $129.99 per play booster box. Order here, pre-order now, free shipping, click this link. And upon first inspection, this would just seem like something where TCGPlayer has a partnership with the game company. We've seen this a lot with games. Flesh and Blood's a great example, where when the product can't seem to sell at a good value, they partner with TCGPlayer, offer them special stuff, a promo, and let them try to sell the product for them in that manner. You would think that this is kind of what we're looking at here for Murders of Karlov Manor, which would normally be like not a great sign. But digging deeper, and we navigate to the link, we notice that if you see here, it's not sold by The Gaming Co., which is not TCGPlayer. It's sold by MVP Sports and Games. What are we doing? This is a registered game store on TCGPlayer, and MVP Sports and Games. They are a massive operation, and they've been in the space a long time. It's not surprising to me that someone with this much notoriety and pull in the trading card game ecosystem could have this kind of influence, this kind of pull to make this partnership happen. The surprising aspect is that it's a seemingly endless stream of boxes that is selling at so far under the market value of the product that it's almost unheard of. If we take a look down in the TCGPlayer sales, we will see, and first let's just note, we will get into this data, that there have been at this point, at the point of recording this video, it's been hundreds. I would not be surprised if it reaches close to 5 to 6, maybe even 700 boxes by the end of the day that seem to be moving through TCGPlayer from MVP Sports and Games. But if we scroll down and we just take a look at what the secondary market was, we get this picture of what could have happened with Karlov Manor. If we just maybe exclude this top listing, which is the listing in question, we talk about, yes, this product is not available till February 9th. So the whole idea of dumping this so early is another thing to have a conversation about. But we were looking at a healthy secondary market. This product was selling in decent numbers before the downswing. In fact, it was rapidly catching up with Ravnica Remastered, numbers we will compare using Cardboard Finance here in just a second. Make sure you subscribe for more stuff like that. because we have all the data. We don't just say our feelings into a microphone. We try to wrap those feelings around the actual ecosystem that we live in. And we look here and we see that we had a healthy market going. Yeah, we had a bunch of stores selling for less, and less, but it was less than $150. It was probably always going to be more than $120, and the product was finding its natural balance there somewhere in the middle. But we see here a more than $12 price drop, a massive discount when this sale promotion item came through, and it's now going to force game stores into a choice. Do I try to match that price eventually? Can this product ever recover from such a low price? And it begs the question, how much different is this than an Amazon dump? It's not Wizards of the Coast doing it themselves, so there's a step up there, right? We don't like Wizards of the Coast sells directly to us, but this is going to affect the price of this product long term, and there are positives and negatives to that. The positives are, hey, as players, we're going to probably get cheaper boxes into our hand, and cheaper product is almost always good, but the bad part about cheaper product is Wizards of the Coast isn't losing on the back end. Spoiler alert, our game stores, the place that we go to play that we know and love, is still going to pay the same price for this box. And if this drastically affects how much we as consumers, as players, as fans are willing to pay for the very first play booster, then we could see our game stores again being left holding the bag in a world where I do believe this was a massive opportunity for game stores to sell a great product at a fair price. Now, going forward, I don't know how long this is going to last. As we see here, this number has kind of jumped around, which is why it hasn't been worth mentioning the number of products and boxes left to be sold. I'm interested to see how much that fluctuates, and if that ever runs out and the market returns to normal, what that's going to look like. But hey, again, we will track all of that here. But if it does, I wonder if we were going to have price memory for some of the products like we have had in the past. And to kind of give some examples of that, we will jump on over here to Cardboard Finance and look at some of those products where we've had massive price swings. So for the first example, let's take a look at the Brothers War, right? The Brothers War was a product that was set up to introduce a new series of cards into the Magic the Gathering ecosystem with serialized cards. It was a fun set, and frankly, we were all about it in the early stages. But ever since the January into February Amazon dump, we have always remembered that price. The boxes have not recovered. So many were purchased on the secondary market that just now, recently, I think it's in the last month or two, we are starting to see an uptick in the collector booster box price. I think until then, yeah, within the last month or two, we were on a downward trajectory that was never, in my opinion, going to be fixed. We were finally seeing a bit of an uptick, and you wonder how much damage a sale like Murders at Karlov Manor, the $129.99 play booster, is going to have. Well, just kind of picking this apart a little bit at a high level glance, there's already been 786 play boosters sold. Again, remind you, this product is not released till February 9th. And most of those sales, I would say a good 2/3 of those sales, have come just today, making the play booster box one of the most popular products, but also satiating a good portion of the early release pre-order community in a way that is not normal for the release cycle. We don't normally get crashing prices this far before release. And if we take a look at the same graph that we looked at for Brothers War, but with Karlov Manor here, we can go ahead and show you that the play booster box had a healthy price in December, and in January, the average price, there have been so many boxes sold at $129.99. The average price for the box has come down to almost exactly what that sale is. As you can see, this is currently the cheapest sale that has happened on the platform. And the big loser here, again, I want to reiterate, it's not you and I. The big loser here is the game store that's going to miss out on the $10, $12, maybe even $15 a box opportunity that they had before something like this happened. So again, it's a weird world we live in, where we click on that link and it is not it's not a TCGPlayer, it's not a The Gaming Co., it's not Wizards of the Coast themselves, it's a game store partnered with TCGPlayer, kind of getting this leg up on their competition and also seemingly crashing the secondary market. But this is going to do something different. This is kind of setting the tone for Magic the Gathering. We talked about these undertones for a while, and again, if you've liked the conversation so far, make sure you're subscribed. We're racing to 8K. But something that this is going to do is it's going to shape how we look at Magic for all of 2024. Heck, when we talk about 2023 Magic, people often will reference Amazon dumps, tanking sets, and in those examples, they throw the Brothers War into their argument for why 2023 wasn't great. Hey, Dominaria Remastered hit Amazon at a crazy price, and everyone who bought that product early got wrecked. Well, spoiler alert, Brothers War actually happened in 2022, so it shouldn't be part of that conversation, but the way we consume Magic the Gathering sets and the way we feel about Magic the Gathering eras is that we kind of tend to clump things together. And I would be surprised if we don't take this Ravnica Remastered, not butchering, I like the set, I think it's good, but the community, all but disregarded the set or wasn't really interested. We're kind of hurt for remastered sets right now, and we kind of compound that with this Murders of Karlov Manor. The price is coming way down. Game stores can't, get their hand or can't sell product at a reasonable amount or a reasonable price. Like, this is going to be a big shift in how we feel about Magic for all of 2024, and I believe that's going to be hard to combat. Now, there is a shining light. There is a beacon of hope, and using the same logic that we used with the Brothers War example, we will take a look one more time very quickly at what might be the best standard Magic the Gathering set that we have seen in some time. If we take a look and dig into Lost Caverns of Ixalan, not only will we see an extremely successful set that came out at the end of 2023 going into 2024, however, we will see that the set, as we look at the January sales of 1,425 products sold on TCGPlayer, as far as sealed products go, we will show that this product is not only alive and well, but giving us, let's just call it what it is. They're giving us good vibes. It's letting us enjoy Magic the Gathering and letting us feel like we were getting good value out of a product and really look back fondly upon this experience. And because of that, we could have a decent foundation going to the rest of 2024, provided we're able to turn things around quickly. Now, some controversial sets coming along the way, but we also have big things. I think Modern Horizons 3 and stuff is this year, so it's going to be a wild year. But I want to know from all of you, what do you think about a massive sale like this on TCGPlayer more than 2 weeks before the actual release of the product? What do you think that does for our community, for the local game store ecosystem, and the Magic world that we live in? If you like this content, again, make sure you subscribe. And if you've never shared a hometown TCG video, well, there's never been a better time than now. Share this video on any social media platform where you think people would do well or be entertained by having a conversation like this, because not only do I like to grow the community, but it makes me smile when I scroll through those things and I just see a hometown TCG video. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. So thank you so much for hanging out today. Until next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh, and we will see you around. All right, take it easy. Goodbye.